what kind of economic impact do payday loans have currently?
Well, in the state of Nevada, tens of thousands of people are employed by short-term lenders, right? And the people who utilize these services also are spending those monies in our local economy, in our grocery stores and our gas stations, providing for health care and also our child care, et cetera. And so we've seen in other industries when they go away and those dollars go away, it has a ripple effect throughout the economy, and that would be no different in Nevada.
And on the public service side then, so we've talked a lot about the cycle of debt. So when we have somebody that has potentially multiple loans that have been out, how does that affect public housing? How does it affect the court system? Let's start with the court system, Tennille.
Okay, so in the court system, in our justice court in Las Vegas, more than half of the docket is made up of payday lenders suing the borrowers for not repaying the loans. So it clogs up our system. The majority of those end up going to default judgments, and then the borrowers are garnished out of their paycheck. And then we also see individuals when they finally get to the very end of that debt cycle and they can no longer get payday loans, or they just can't make those payments anymore, what they end up doing is going to our local resources, our food banks, our nonprofits, their churches. Finally, they then go to their family members or their friends. And so it taxes the other community resources, which we would have preferred they had went to originally so that the problem didn't get so big. And then on the other aspect that I would like to touch on the consumer or the impact to the economy, is you have to always remember too that when a family is spending hundreds of dollars on interest every month, that's hundreds of dollars that's not going into our consumer-driven economy. So instead of paying that on interest, we would prefer that they are using it to take their family out to dinner or to buy more groceries or school clothes or what have you. But I think it's also a negative impact on the economy, not just the employer-employee side.
And William, I know, or I've read that there are more payday loan storefronts than there are McDonald's and Starbucks. Obviously, it's a big industry. What are just payday loans doing for the economy?
Well, I think that's, again, see, it's the better analogy is like how many payday loan centers are there to fast food? Not just one fast food company, but to fast food. I think you will find that proportion is much lower. And I think that our economy in Nevada has an appropriate number of payday lenders to serve the needs of our community. And I would be the first to say that there have been bad actors in our state, but that's why we have the laws and the regulations in doing that. And if the FID needs resources in order to enforce those laws, then we give them that, but we don't take away the product because there are some bad actors. We give the tools to the enforcement agency in order to go after those bad actors that are not following the laws and the regulations.